All right, welcome to our deep dive. Today we're taking a look at Fixed on You by Laurelin Paige, based on, well, the excerpts that you sent in.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, definitely seems like more than your average romance novel.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Alayna trying to build a whole new life, but she's also dealing with obsessive love disorder.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, like to talk about high stakes, right?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it sounds like there's a lot going on
There is.
with mental health and power dynamics and relationships
Mm-hmm.
and, how everything from our past just kind of shapes who we are in the present. I'm really curious to see how all that plays out in the book.
Me too. I mean,
Yeah.
Alayna, just from these excerpts, she seems so complex driven. She
Oh,
has an MBA,
wow.
but she's also got this heavy past, right? Stalking, restraining orders, she's made some mistakes.
Oh, wow.
And now she's like super determined to avoid any relationships that could, send her down that same path.
Yeah, I could see how that would be like a huge internal conflict for her.
Right.
Wanting a normal life, but also having to manage this disorder.
It makes you wonder how she's going to make decisions, with those two things kind of battling it out in her head.
Totally. What do you think about that so far?
Oh, it's a recipe for like inner turmoil, for sure. And then just when she thinks she's got a plan, enters Hudson Pierce,
Oh,
the new owner of the nightclub where she works.
okay.
And of course, he's rich, he's powerful, and he is totally fixated on Alayna.
Oh,
One line that really jumped out at me was, he wants her in his bed and makes no secret of it.
okay. So he's definitely upfront about it.
Yeah.
I wonder, someone like Alayna with her past, if that's going to be like appealing or just completely overwhelming for her.
Right. That's a great question. I mean, it's honest, which is kind of refreshing, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it could be totally misconstrued as, I don't know, predatory,
Right.
especially because, well, he's her boss.
Yeah, that power dynamic definitely changes things, doesn't it?
Sure.
I mean, Hudson is basically everything Elena's trying to avoid.
Exactly.
So is he like a genuine love interest, or is this just going to trigger her disorder?
Ooh, that's the big question.
It is,
Keeps you on the edge of your seat, Ray.
definitely.
So, Alayna, she tries to resist him. She calls it his gravitational pull, but
Yeah.
he just keeps pushing.
Oh,
And then it turns out that Hudson has a dark past of his own,
oh no.
which, adds a whole other layer of complexity to this already messy situation.
For sure.
The author mentions that maybe, their shared less than ideal pasts could be a chance for them to heal together, to find love.
Interesting. Do you think that's possible, or is this, a recipe for disaster?
I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, it's classic setup for a passionate but volatile relationship.
Yeah, I can see that.
And speaking of passion, all the reviews I've seen, they're like raving about the heat between Alayna and Hudson. Oh, yeah. One review even said, like, you need a fan while reading.
Whoa. Okay.
That's how steamy it is.
Wow.
So, yeah, definitely playing up that passionate connection.
Well, I think a lot of people are drawn to that kind of a romance.
Yeah.
Where characters are facing their own demons.
Right.
And they find love in these unexpected places.
It's a great story.
But we have to remember, passion doesn't always equal healthy love.
Definitely not. And especially with Alayna's past,
Yeah.
that line between like intense attraction and unhealthy obsession, that could get very blurry very quickly.
Absolutely. And that's what I think makes this book so interesting.
Yeah.
It makes us really think about desire and the dangers of passion if it's not kept in check.
Right.
And that fine line between finding love and having healthy boundaries.
So true.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is. So it's like, can passion ever be a good foundation for a relationship, especially with all the baggage these two are bringing?
Right. It really makes you wonder. You're kind of rooting for them,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you're like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah,
It's that push and pull.
it is.
And knowing Elena's history, it's a lot,
It really makes me question like Hudson's motives.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is he actually falling for her? Or is this just, another conquest for him?
I mean, he's a powerful guy.
Right. Used to getting what he wants.
Exactly.
It's tough to tell what's really going on in his head.
Yeah, I mean, his motivations are definitely a little ambiguous.
Shady.
Shady, yeah. It makes you wonder if he's really capable of the kind of patience and understanding that someone like Alayna needs.
Exactly. Because this isn't just like the usual new relationship jitters.
No, not at all.
She's battling a serious disorder.
Right. And I think that's what makes this book different from a typical romance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shying away from those darker aspects of love and obsession.
It's real.
Yeah, and it's really diving into, the realities of mental health.
And how it affects relationships.
Exactly. You don't often see that in romance novels.
You don't.
It's refreshing, actually.
It is.
See it dress. So honestly.
So it begs the question, right? Can a relationship built on such intense attraction, especially with all this going on, can it actually become something healthy?
That's a question a lot of readers can relate to, even if they haven't gone through what Alayna's dealing with.
Right.
We've all felt that pull towards someone.
That magnetic attraction.
Yeah, exhilarating and terrifying all at the same time.
Totally.
And Paige just takes that and, turns it up to 11.
Yeah.
Explores the extremes of it all.
And those lines between love and obsession.
Exactly. Blurry lines.
And we were talking about the steamy scenes earlier.
Oh, right.
Do you think that adds to the complexity, or does it distract from the more serious stuff?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying the passion between them.
It's hot.
It's hot. And that's definitely part of the book's appeal. But it also raises some questions like, is all that physical intensity just masking deeper issues?
Ooh.
Are they avoiding something? Or could it actually maybe be a way for them to heal and grow?
Interesting. So it's like the passion is both a symptom and a potential cure.
Yeah, kind of. It's a paradox, which keeps you hooked.
Definitely keeps you reading.
And that's the brilliance of Paige's writing, She doesn't give you easy answers.
Or a fairy tale ending.
Right. It's messy. It's real.
It is.
And she explores those flawed characters and, the realities of love and desire and mental health.
Those tangled threads.
Yeah. So it's definitely not your typical happily ever after story.
It's raw. It's honest. And I think even if you haven't been through what Alayna has, it's still it's still relatable in a way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The characters, their struggles, it all feels authentic.
Real people.
Real people. And their journey just sucks you in.
And keeps you thinking even after you finish the book.
Yeah. It definitely stays with you.
And this is just the first book in a series, right?
Right. So Paige has a lot more to explore with these characters.
Makes you wonder how their relationship will evolve.
Doesn't
all those challenges they'll face.
Yeah. And that undeniable attraction between them.
Any predictions?
I think it'll be a wild ride.
Oh.
Yeah. Lots of twists and turns.
Oh,
Paige will probably keep digging deeper into their, into their psyches.
Exposing those vulnerabilities.
Exactly. And those scars from the past.
That's not going to be easy for them.
No. But it'll be a fascinating journey for us as readers.
It sounds like Fixed on You is so much more than a romance.
It is.
It's a deep dive into, the human psyche.
Yeah.
A study of desire and obsession.
And how we deal with, love and adversity.
Powerful stuff. It sounds like there's a lot more to Fixed on You than just a steamy romance. It tackles some really complex issues like mental health and, trying to overcome a difficult past.
Yeah. Right. And always that question.
Yeah.
Can intense passion and healthy love actually exist together?
Especially with everything else going on.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes it so gripping for readers.
Makes you think.
Yeah, it's not just a fun escape.
No.
It makes you confront these difficult questions about yourself and what you want.
Do you think Paige gives us any answers in the book?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's more about making us reflect
on our own experiences.
Exactly. She doesn't wrap everything up in a neat little bow.
Right.
It's more open-ended.
Which is probably what makes the ending so, I don't know, satisfying.
I think so.
It's not about finding all the answers.
No.
It's about recognizing that life and love are messy.
Yeah. And sometimes there are no easy answers.
And that's what makes Fixed on You so powerful.
Definitely. It sticks with you,
It makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. It sparks conversations.
And it makes you really examine what you believe about, love, relation.
Boundaries.
All of it. All of it. It's a lot.
Well, I'm hooked. This deep dive has totally changed how I see the book.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to actually read it now and see how it all plays out.
You should. It's a real page-turner.
I bet. Thanks for taking us on this journey. I feel like we've just scratched the surface.
It's been my pleasure. And remember, the best part of any story is how each reader connects with it in their own way.
That's true.
So enjoy the ride.
And to all our listeners, if Fixed on You sounds like your kind of deep dive, definitely pick up a copy and see what you think. Happy reading.